Former Kentucky guard Travis Perry chose Ole Miss. We covered his decision and his recruitment since choosing to portal away from Kentucky in the last month. Mark Pope just spoke publicly on Travis Perry's decision to leave for the first time. And wow, this is a doozy of a quote. I'm going to read it in full. This is Mark Pope on Travis Perry transferring. Quote, I was devastated when Travis left, mostly because I think he is such a special young man. It was devastating to me personally because I enjoyed coaching him so much and I think he has a brilliant upside. I think he was on his way to becoming a legend here at Kentucky. He's mincing no words about how important Travis Perry was to him and what he thought he was going to be at Kentucky. It's very rare that you hear a head coach talk about an outgoing player like this for really a multitude of reasons. You don't see this happen very much, but obviously Travis Perry is a unique player, unique person with unique circumstances to the University of Kentucky. Are you surprised that Mark Pope is this lavish in I guess his belief in Travis Perry and that he would say this out loud after he chose to leave Kentucky?
Um, so I'm not surprised because I do think that Mark Pope has this genuine care for like players on his team, right? Like genuinely, you know, I'm not saying all coaches don't feel a certain way about players on their team, but I do think that Mark Pope has a certain connection that does, make him a really good coach. The main takeaway for me from this, though, I gotta say this: are we a talk pod or an action pod, or are we both?
I think it's situational for us.
It's situational. Here's where I'm going with this. Can I be Travis Perry real quick?
Okay.
So you think I'm a special young man. You enjoy coaching me. You think I have great upside. And you think I was on my way to becoming a Kentucky legend. Why is every single guard in the transfer portal getting a call from you? Why are you bringing in all these freshmen or trying to bring in all these freshmen as well? If you think that highly of me, then why are you going out and getting other people?
Yeah. It's a good point. Which I think you're kind of getting at my main takeaway from this. Mark Pope is cunning. He like I as a Kentucky fan, I would love this move. I would love that this is my coach with how Mark Pope is playing this. But I think you're alluding to some truth here, which is that the reason Travis Perry is not at Kentucky is Mark Pope. Mark Pope's decisions, his actions, his
And
handling of Travis Perry, and also his lack of developing Travis Perry. If you think Travis Perry is going to be this good of a player, he should have been better on the court in the system last year. He wasn't. Despite losing Kirk Reese to injury, despite Lamont Butler being banged up for a month, you had a desperate need at point guard. Travis Perry started a couple games. Like if he's that good, if he's on his way to becoming a legend, we should have seen a little more of it. So I'm totally okay with what you're saying. But I understand. So Mark Pope doing this to me is a couple things from Pope's side. Number one, I think he believes it. I think he believes that Travis Perry will be a great player in college, and I think he has a lot of genuine, just I don't know, belief or love in the player. If you wanted to look at this quote, which is how most Kentucky fans are going to look at this quote, they're just going to be like, Mark Pope's such a good guy. Like he just continuing to heap praise and love on this guy who chose to leave him. To me, I read it a little bit differently. Mark Pope is saying this in part to make it clear to Kentucky fans that Mark Pope wanted Travis Perry back and Travis Perry opted out. Because there was criticism, right? When Travis Perry hit the portal in the first place. There was criticism loudly for really the first time in Mark Pope's tenure from Kentucky fans. Like, how do you lose the Kentucky kid? Why are you not keeping the Kentucky kid? We care about this kid. What happened? And I think Mark Pope is sort of drawing the line in the sand with this quote to say, hey, I never stopped believing in him. It's devastating. I'm hurting as much as Kentucky fans. He chose to leave here. And that bums me out, basically, from Mark Pope's standpoint. But I'm with you. If I'm on Travis Perry's side, I hear this quote and I'm not like, oh, thanks, coach. I'm like, dude, what? Like, none of your actions backed up that you feel this way.
Yeah.
So it kind of it doesn't feel all that true to me. It feels performative from Mark Pope, and it's smart and it's cunning from him because he's going to win over the Kentucky crowd with this. Not exactly going to win over me because I think it's a devious move. This video is presented by Underdog Fantasy, and they've got a free pick tonight that you're going to want to take advantage of. Anthony Edwards to score over 0.5 points. Ant scores every single playoff game, as far as I know. Card, has he ever not scored?
Not since I've been alive, and that's 32 years for those wondering out there.
That pick sounds extremely free. Promo code SLEEPERS as a first-time depositor at Underdog Fantasy. You can get up to $1,000 in bonus bets and a free pick. This is the shortest ad read we've ever done. You're welcome. Back to the video.
And like I come from this point too. I don't think that what's it called? Mark Pope's in the wrong either. Like I brought up like him recruiting other players and going to get other people. Like I honestly agree with it because despite what he said, it's Travis Perry. Okay, like I think there are better basketball players out there that you can get for your team. With all due respect, I think Travis Perry could end up being a good college basketball player. You're also Kentucky, and you could, I think, go get better players. So, um, I'm fine with it. I understand that that's the game. Also, like whether it's me in my old age or me just having to talk about things like this all the time, I just wish coaches would not bullshit as much. Like you did not have to go on this whole rant and then say he was going to be a legend. Like I get it. I understand it. Maybe he does feel like that. But like he left. He left. Go up to the podium and be like, I mean, I like Travis when he was here. Good kid, good player. He left. Ask Chris Beard about him. I got nothing.
Yeah. So, okay, quick hitters. Is Travis Perry on his way to becoming a legend at anything?
No.
Like he's so far away from that, right?
No. What do we do? Look, he's a Kentucky. I mean, maybe the legend word's a little soft here because like there is a little bit of legendary stuff about a kid that's from Kentucky just playing his years at Kentucky. Like despite the production, it's like just oh the Kentucky kid chooses Kentucky, graduates Kentucky, has a moment here or there. You know, there's different versions of legends.
Yeah, maybe he was like on his way to becoming a legend the way like Devin Askew became a Kentucky legend. He's legendary in Kentucky lore, right? Just so we're all on the same page here. Travis Perry was the 80th ranked player in his class. He had pretty big time offers. Kentucky was not the only school that wanted him. He could have gone to a lot of legitimately big time programs: Alabama, Purdue, Michigan, Indiana. All those schools were after him originally. And the 80th ranked player in the class, 4-star, commits to Kentucky. Card in his 1 year at Kentucky, he averaged 2 points a game, half an assist a game, shot 31% from the floor, 32% from three. He's not like some little walk on that could. He's a top 100 recruit that stunk. He stunk in year one. Like throwing out the term legend with him is like insane. And I get that there's a second element of it where, yeah, Kentucky fans like the kid, but like, I don't know. This whole thing just feels.
And lastly on that, he didn't have to. He could have stopped right before legend. Just stopped before there. This is like
Yeah.
I mean I think these people are in rough waters right now, so I don't want to like say we endorse it, but like who's the people that like talk through the earpiece and tell people what to say on this TV show?
Impractical jokers.
Yeah, aren't those guys bad right now?
Yeah, a handful of them have gotten in trouble, yes.
Yeah, well, this kind of reads like, you know, shots him. I don't know who it is like on Kentucky's side who's doing this, or like is it like the AD who's in his ear, like, all right, that's good. Yes, he's a call him a good person. Like, Mark, call him a legend. Yeah, he's gonna be a Kentucky legend. And Mark's just like, yeah, and he's good. And he could be a Kentucky legend.
It's the KSR guys behind it in the microphone. It's
Yeah.
like it,
Call him a legend, Mark.
yeah, incredible. Look, I would just comp this whole conversation, this whole press conference, the quote specifically about Travis. I would comp it to this. Mark Pope is the guy in the relationship, right? Just boyfriend, girlfriend, let's call them fiancés. Mark Pope was the fiance to Travis Perry. And Mark Pope, in the year leading up to the wedding, just kept getting caught DMing other girls. That's what Mark Pope did. And in fact, he hooked up with a couple of them. But Cardi was shooting his shot. He was firing off DMs as an engaged man to Travis Perry. Travis Perry caught wind of it and decided to call off the wedding. And now Mark Pope is telling all his friends, "Oh, I'm devastated. She was the one. She was it for me. She's just the greatest girl." Then why are you DMing every girl that you know? Like, what are we doing, right? That's this whole situation. None of Mark Pope's actions have backed up that he feels this way about Travis Perry. So Kentucky fans are going to love this quote. And again, honestly, genuinely, I may not like it, but my takeaway from this is this. Mark Pope has shit to him because he recruited over a bad player, landed better players, and is now managing the situation in a way that makes him the sympathetic figure. And that is powerful. Not many coaches in the country could do that.
Good on you, Marcus.
Mark Pope masterclass.
Yeah, of course. He is Kentucky.
Meanwhile, Chris Beard's sitting there with his player like this.